Hey, I'm going to take a few minutes to show you the basic steps of creating a Bitmoji classroom. So the first thing you're going to do is set your classroom, and I'll just show you. I've been kind of playing around with different styles and templates, and there's a lot of options out of there. So the first step that you're going to take is to insert a background on a blank slide. So after you click background, you're going to choose image, and you're going to do a Google image search. So up there, we're going to type in floor and wall backgrounds, and then you'll see the searches kind of pop up. So we'll just quickly pick that's a cute one right there, and we're going to insert that into our slide, and we're done. So step one, the kind of floor and walls of your classroom. So from here, it's really easy to make the classroom. It's just time consuming because you've got to hunt down the different objects you want to put in, like furniture, and you might type in desk. So we'll insert a desk. And you're going to notice I'm going to type transparent after my searches or before. So you don't get a desk that has, for instance, a white background and you end up with a white square covering half of your wood floor and brick wall. So we'll do a search. So you're going to see not all the desks are created equally or fit your theme. So the hardest thing is going to be to find that one that looks just right in your classroom. So like that's kind of cartoony for my taste, and it's got kind of a funny slant to it, and it just doesn't feel right to me. So to make that step kind of easier for you, I'll share all these kind of pre-created elements with you so you could just click through the slides, and if you see one you like, you can grab it. Like I like this style desk was the one that suited me, so I'm going to literally copy and I'm going to paste it into this classroom, and then you can adjust the size from there. So another really cool feature of Google Slides, you can change the color of the object. So I've got the desk highlighted, and I'm going to go up to format options. Maybe I don't want a black desk. I'm going to recolor it. Maybe I want a turquoise desk for this space. So there it is, it's in there, and you can play around until you find one that looks right. That's one important thing. It can really, like this, the carpet in this other classroom, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to copy it and paste it in. Maybe green doesn't quite go with that space. Got some options. Let's put a nice black carpet in on the floor. And then everything can be resized from there. You want your carpet bigger, make it bigger. You want it smaller, shrink it down and make it smaller. You can move it around throughout the space. Now you're probably noticing my carpet is overlapping the desk. That doesn't quite look right. You're going to use a feature called arrange. So if you come up to your toolbar here, arrange, and then you can fix the order. All these objects are placed in an order, and you just want to make sure the carpet, we're going to send, you could send it backward one click, but if there's a lot of objects on the screen, the desk could be 7 clicks back. So I'm just going to send it to the back because I don't want the carpet in front of anything. So there you go. And same thing, you could have brought the desk forward or to the front instead to arrange that. So you know how to change the colors, you know how to change the order, you drag the corners for sizing. You can also flip something around. So if I wanted my desk on the other side of the room, it would look really awkward if I, maybe did that. It's facing the corner, so you can come up to, I'm going to do size and rotation. So you can flip it so it faces the other direction. You can rotate it on its side, which doesn't really make sense for this object, but you'll find certain objects that a little bit of rotation actually puts it in a better position. So you just kind of play around with that stuff. So as I said before, one of the hardest parts of making the Bitmoji classroom is searching up all the icons. So I shared some basic icons. These topped ones already have the links embedded. So if you click on any of them, they'll take you to the page for that. So here's our 3 centervention ones. So 5th grade, you'd want to put this in your Bitmoji classroom if you make one, and K and 1, you're going to use this guy here, and then 2 through 4 are going to use ZooU. All right, so these are already pre-linked. This guy here is linked to GoNoodle. You'll see in one of my classroom setups, it's the recess treasure chest, so they could click that and go do some GoNoodle for recess. This one is linked to the student applications page that has their like iReady and all those other programs in there. Again, I showed you Mind Yeti in the other tutorial, so that brings a playlist. I did not link these 2 icons. So if you copy these into your page, we'll put this in this classroom. I selected the thing and I did a copy and paste. And my advice would be not to cut and paste, because you want to have these here for if you make Bitmoji classrooms in the future. Once you do link, the dojo isn't linked. So if you make your dojo menu, as I showed in another tutorial, and link it to this icon, then you might want to cut and paste this one, because the one on my main page will stay unlinked. But whichever one you physically link, you can copy and paste into other templates, and it'll keep that same document linked up to it. And then Zoom. So if you're wondering, how am I going to get the Zoom link out to the students? Email may work fine. You might find it works even better to just copy that over and put that to your Bitmoji classroom. So let's start with linking to a Word document. So when you're linking to a Word document, you're gonna have created the document. So I did this ahead of time so you don't have to sit and watch, but it's, you can highlight, change colors, whatever you want to put on the document. I copied and pasted clip art from the internet to go with each of the categories on here. So now it's all set. How you link it is by clicking the share button right up here. And then it's going to give you that option. Now, you've probably seen this before. We need to go into people in Springfield Public Schools with the link have access. That's really key. Otherwise, when the students click on it, they're not going to be able to access it. Now, it might ask them to enter their login information to view it, but that's fine, because within like the first week, they should be pretty fluent in entering that information, because we're going to be using it a lot. I do not want to allow editing. I don't want the students to be able to click on it or change anything. So we are not going to click that option. So people in Springfield Public Schools, I'm going to apply that setting. The last thing I need to do is click down here on copy link. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint I was editing. So we're linking that up to the picture of Mojo. So we're coming up to the top. You see I've already selected Mojo by clicking on him, and then we're going to click the link button up here, and that'll put this, and that link I copied from the Word document, I'm just going to paste. And now, if you click on the picture of Mojo, it'll take you to that Class Dojo menu. And I'll show you, it pops right up in a new page, so the students can see what's on the menu this week and go through and figure out what they want to work for. And again, linking to a document like this makes it really easy to edit. So say you want to make that 50 points instead. Easy changes. Next week, you want to keep maybe a homework pass or skipping a problem, but you don't have time for minute to win it. Put something else in there. So linking a Word document, linking a PowerPoint document, same concept. If you're in PowerPoint and you're linking something from there, same thing. Share, allow access to all members of Springfield Public Schools, and then click the link. So just a quick note on embedding a Zoom link. When you create your Zoom session, you're going to copy that little link that it generates, and you're going to do the same thing. You'll copy it after you create the Zoom meeting, embed the link, and you'll put it in there. I'll show you a couple other things before we go. So, a lot of you in your real classrooms like to put your books right up either on the board or on the floor below the board so the kids can see what they're going to be reading that day. You can do that here. So, this one is the Pout Pout Fish. So let's say that's the book we're focusing on with the class this week. You can link it right to a YouTube page so the students can go right in and hear this book read. And it's just like a really cute way to incorporate that into your classroom. Say a student missed class or their internet failed in the middle, they can go back and read that book. So I'll show you really quickly how to go through the steps of incorporating that into your slide. So you're gonna pull up another tab and you're gonna navigate to, I decided to do Mean Gene, the Recess Queen. So the first thing you really wanna do before you go and find the clip art for the book, make sure there's a YouTube video, unless you're gonna create one yourself, that goes with it, because you don't wanna go through the trouble of clipping out the book cover to find out you can't find it on YouTube. So I found a pretty decent one here. Gonna leave that tab open and we're gonna make our clip art. So sometimes it'll be easy. I typed in Mean Gene the Recess Queen into the images, got up a search. A lot of it is like Amazon.com, maybe not necessarily easy to copy and paste the clip art without like this look inside getting put in there and price information. So all I'm going to do is take a screenshot of this. So if you have a Mac, it's Shift Command number 4, and it kind of gives you selection device, and that will snap the picture of it. I believe Brenda showed us the Windows button and the print button on our school computers. So now we've got a little screenshot hanging out in the back corner back here. And if I click on that, it's going to pull that up and I just select it and select the area I want to clip. And I literally just copy and we're going to paste it right on the board of our classroom here. And then you just do a resize. Once you get it the right size, you're going to slide it right where you want it on the board. I'm going to put it right next to Pout Pout Fish here. And then the last step would be to link it. So when I did that Google search, I found the Read Aloud book, but I'm just going to go up to the top and copy the URL for that one. So literally copy, and then you go back into your classroom. You're going to do, the book's already selected. So I'm going to insert the link, paste, and apply, and it'll give you a little preview. So that way when the students come onto Schoology, enter your classroom, they might see your lesson plans or directions said, we're reading Mean Gene the Recess Queen on Tuesday. Boom, they can click right on and watch the little video of the book. That's it for this tutorial. I'll go into a few more details on another one.